With more than 600 million games sold around the world, the Mario franchise is by far the best-selling video game franchise of all time. And for the last 30 years, the iconic character of Mario has been voiced by Charles Martinet. We're talking with Charles Martinet as part of our series of interviews with some of the most famous actors in gaming, thanks to GalaxyCon's virtual conventions and panel discussions. In addition to Mario himself, Charles Martinet has voiced Brother Luigi, villains Wario and WaLuigi, and an assortment of peripheral characters in the Mario universe over the years. It's no overstatement to say that without the talents of Charles Martinet, the world of Nintendo would have been a very different place over the last quarter century. With that, let's spend a few minutes chatting with a legend himself.
Hello, Super Seth. It's me, Mario. Woohoo! How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. That was great. Well, so just a couple of questions.
Sure.
What do you remember about your first time doing the Mario voice, and did you ever imagine that you might still be Mario 30 years later?
You know, that's a great question. I crashed an audition. I don't know if you've heard that before, but literally I got a page, and my friend said, "Come and crash this audition." I said, "There's no way I would ever crash an audition. I'm a professional actor. Where should I go?" And I went, and I caught the guys as they were leaving. I was walking the door, and I recognized the Sony Betacam camera bag, and I said, "Hi, can I read for this?" And they let me in to read for this character. And they said, "You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn for a real-time animation system. Make up a voice, make up a video game, start talking. And when you run out of things to say, that's your audition." And I'm like, "Okay, Italian from Brooklyn. Hey, get out of my face. I'm working here." And I thought, I don't want to do that, because if I'm going to talk to people live all day, I want it to be somebody who's fun and joyful. And I had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew. Nice Italian guy. Talk like it. And some years before in the theater, I thought, okay, perfect. I'll make him young. But I know nothing about video games, but waka, 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 waka. And I heard action, and I said, "Hello, I'm a Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together." Just the way you hear it right now. And that was 1991. So that was 30 years ago this year. And it's the same voice I've used all along. You know, it's my slightly higher pitch and higher energy now, but it's pretty much exactly the same voice.
And did you think you'd still be playing Mario in 3 decades?
I had never heard of Mario or Nintendo when I went in there, and I didn't know what it was. But when we did the first show, people loved it. I loved doing it, and I made a commitment right then and there. I want to do this for the rest of my life, So I really worked to keep that live performance system going until one day in 1996, I think, I got a phone call. "Mr. Miyamoto wants you to play Mario in a video game," because I had seen Mr. Miyamoto in the shows so often, and I said, "Papa," whenever I saw him. So we just had this fun relationship, and then that was Mario 64, 25 years ago now. So,
do you have a favorite Mario game that you play, or that
I love so many of them. So I love Odyssey is one that I will always go back to. I wish I could play Luigi's Mansion, but I'm terrible at it. I love the Super Mario 3D World and the Super Mario Bros. Wii. That was incredible. The 2-dimensional side scrolling. I just love that one. That was so joyful. How about you? What's your favorite?
Probably the original, back before I think there even had voices in the game.
Yes.
Why do you think Mario has become so universally loved over the years?
That's a great question too. I always say this, and I think it really is true, is that you play the first Mario game and the most recent Mario game, and there's still that joy and happiness and fun and the integrity of that through line. That anybody who plays Mario games knows it's going to be clean, wholesome, fun, with multiple things to discover, with a plot line to it, with joy, and with fun music and fun adventures. And so I think that just automatically makes people want to see it again and look forward to seeing it the next time. I really think
so. Now, it's such a beloved character. My last question is, have you ever gotten any negative feedback about Mario? And if so, how have you handled it?
I have never gotten any negative feedback at all. I've done accents and character voices, since I started in professional theater 45 years ago. And I'll tell you, my secret is this. Mm-hmm. My characters always are in a position of not being hurtful. When I was first starting acting, a friend of mine that I met in the acting class had a stutter. And I asked him if he always had it. He said, no, he was at a show on his 21st birthday in Las Vegas with a comedian that you'll know, but all of a sudden he's doing this dinner theater show. Lights come on right on his table. It's somebody's birthday today. Stand up. God, look at that ugly fat kid. Look at the pimply, and he just started joking about him. And he said, I was so humiliated. And the more he humiliated me, the more everybody laughed and the smaller I felt. And I woke up the next morning with this terrible stutter, and I've had it ever since. And that made me commit to never, ever doing anything in my characters that would be harmful and negative. So that was my commitment, and I've held really, really strong to that commitment, and which is why the Mario voice was like yippee and joyful, and even the have a rotten day, it's like all the anger, the meanness, the is always self-pity and that first part of being,
Wonderful.
I hope I answered that.
Absolutely. No, I very much appreciate it. And I won't hold you up. I know there's a lot of other people who want your time as well, but it's been a real pleasure for me to chat with you.
Thank you, Seth. Thank you so much. And thank you for playing my games.
Thank you.
Have fun, buddy. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.
Bye.